when you do backsplashes, it's good to start at the bottom if you can. But let's see if we even can, because you can't always, you know, do what we like. So if we start full from the bottom, full on top, from being full to full. So when you're doing a backsplash, what you need to do, you want to remove the outlets. When you have outlets, so whether you're doing backsplash or anything else, you want to take this off. And this little gears right here around this outlet, you want to have those free so that your tile can go right behind them right there. But what you don't want to do, you see this hole right here, that hole has to be free, because you still have to put the screw that goes on the face of it through that hole. So you want to have that hole free. And let's measure from the top of the countertop all the way up to where our tile is going to stop and butt at, and that shows basically 18 3/16 really, almost a quarter, but it's actually 3/16. So I laid out the tiles right here, and if we go to measure from here to here, we have basically 18. So the good news is that this is going to fit full to full from the bottom up. That's awesome. You want everything to be full to full. For one, it looks great. Second, you do the job a little bit faster. I already cut the Schluter. It's right here. We're going to use the Schluter trim. What you want to do, you want to stop at the top of the cabinet, because you obviously don't want to stop it at the bottom. If you do stop it at the bottom, you're going to have to do like a 45 miter over here. And then you have the sharp edge and yada, yada, yada. So you want to stop it at the cabinet right there. All right. On this side over here, it's going to butt up right next to this cabinet panel. It's going to butt up against it. So you don't need a Schluter here. You could have one, but it would be senseless to have extra stuff there. You want to just butt it up to the panel. We're going to go up here just enough underneath the microwave, and sure, we can maybe add a tile underneath there if needed, because sometimes when you stand on this side, you can see some of the exposed down here underneath the first row of tile here. But we'll do that at the end, make sure we have enough tile for the main area first. Guys, the great thing about this particular backsplash is that the walls aren't that bad. I mean, you see a little bowl right here because of the outlets obviously being there, but it's not bad. I've seen bad ones where you're like seesawing really bad. This one's not that bad. And this one right here isn't that bad at all. I mean, it's really minor. This one's not bad at all. They're all about the same. It's not much, which is great. That means that we don't have to worry about, you see, it sits pretty flat. You want it to sit pretty flat, especially if you're doing brick pattern. If you're doing brick pattern and the walls aren't flat enough, you're gonna have a whole bunch of lips right here coming out all these corners, because you can't bend the tile. And then, you know, if you have it like this, you have a lip here, and then you have it too deep here, and then you have to have a flat wall. It just won't work if you don't have a flat wall. And if you don't have a flat wall, you have to correct that wall. Luckily, we don't have to correct this wall. It's pretty flat. It's within tolerance. It's not bad. Like, again, like I said, it has a very, very minor seesawing right here. Very minor. And that's not bad at all. That's within the 1/4 by 1/4 notch trowel that we're going to use, and it should basically make that disappear. And that's how that works. So we're going to do brick. When you do brick and you're going to start off on one end, we're going to start from that end, working our way in. My next thing before I start, I'm going to check my full, just the way it is. I'm going to check the size, the length from there all the way over here. Make sure I don't have a sliver on this wall right here. The first thing you want to do is find your half. Since we're not doing thirds, we're doing brick. Right here we have 11 3/4. So basically it's 6 minus an eighth. 6 minus an eighth. So 5 7/8. So I'm gonna mark about 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles, 5 7/8. Cut them straight in half so I can start off from that wall coming this way. So I'm getting started already. I got the mastic going. Mastic is similar to thin set. You want to make sure that you have straight lines, whichever way you do it, for the simple purpose that you want to get full coverage. You want to squeeze that air out. Once you learn how to use your trowel, this job becomes a lot easier for you. Once you learn how to handle the trowel. Alright guys, so I got the mastic. I got the mastic on the wall. It looks pretty good. Obviously it's mastic and I got all these outlets, so it doesn't look that great around the outlets, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just have to make sure that I have enough. Now when you put these Schluters in, you want to make sure that you put, you know, whatever you're using, thin set or mastic, behind it first. Then as I put these first ones up, we have to make sure that I have a little bit of thin set on the or mastic on the edge, so that when it sits over the Schluter, it's bonding right with that other one. All right, let's get started. Here we go. And this is where I wanted to check, because again, like I said, I thought this was a little higher, and it may be, but we're about to find out right now if we can get away with it or not. If we can't get away with it, we'll do something about it. If we can, we'll leave it. We'll need to leave it. We'll prefer leaving it. Okay. But we really won't know until we get to the second row. All right. And there it is, guys. It's already grouted. I got the trim over here on the edge, and it's already grouted. Looks good. I still need to put the outlet caps back on, except that I can't do it until they get bigger screws for them. But yeah, Backsplash looking good. Another good finished project. Guys, so not too bad, I would say. I did the Backsplash in the kitchen. I installed it, I grouted it, and I also came to here into the master bedroom. And this is a Backsplash right here that they also have in their sink area. So yeah, and look how big this is. So I did all that in one day, so I think we did pretty good.